I'm selecting for the manual scenario, and after that I'm adding the scripts. So I'm adding pest store script 1 and one more. Okay, one more is a web tour script. I'm added and click on OK. See, this is the by percentage. So I will select for the by number and click on OK. See, I added scripts. So once we added, so what is the schedule based scenario, Naresh?
Okay.
What is the schedule based scenario?
All scripts are sharing in one way.
Yes, all script sharing, ramp up, ramp down, duration will be same. Okay.
Same.
Yeah. What is the schedule by group?
Individually.
Individual.
Every script
Each
will be
script has an individual
Every scenario
ramp up,
will
ramp
have
down.
individual ramp up.
Yes. What is the basic schedule?
Basic single single
Yes,
script.
single ramp up,
single
single ramp down, single duration. Real world
Duration.
means multiple ramp up, multiple
Multiple ramp
up.
What is the ramp up?
Gradually increasing the
Gradually
load.
increasing the
Load.
Yes, gradually
Load.
increasing the load. What is the ramp down?
Users will be
Gradually decreasing the
value.
Load.
from the server.
Load value.
So we know for the quantity nothing but number of users. Load generator means it will be generate the load against the application. And you can see here service level agreement. So what is the service level agreement means? SLA. I told right 2 seconds is my SLA. So we need to define the SLA also. If you want means we can define the SLA. Like you can click on
1 minute clear.
Yeah.
How it
ఇక్కడ మనం క్వాంటిటీ ఇస్తాము యూజర్ లో ఇటరేషన్స్ ఇస్తాము డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంది ఇక్కడ
So user like iteration nothing but you are giving for the only a single user only it will execute for the one time there. Okay. Okay. So you are executing 5 iteration means every user will execute one time only. But here we are executing 5 users means what will happen? These 5 users will be how much duration you are giving, like 30 minutes you are giving. Each user will be execute for the number of times will be iterate. Got it? Means one user only they will launch login, flight booking, and again like payment, and again logout, again login. So all 5 users will be in the duration time will be they are doing for the transactions number of times. Got it? So this is the service level agreement. Service level agreement means we are our SLA, like 2 seconds we are defining, right? You can click on next. You can see the here we have that these all the different type of measurements, but we are consider only transaction response time is the our transaction response time is 2 seconds or not means we need to consider for the average. So I am selecting for the average and click on next. See, these all available transactions. So which transaction you want to give for the means each transaction wise you can give means launch URL. Okay. And after that click on flights and find flight, and after that payment, and after that sign off. So this
Starting
is the
launch
script, and next will be again launch URL. Okay, this is the page store one. Okay, sorry. Okay, so if you click this one it will come to this way. Okay, so now I am selecting for the launch URL for this application, and after that go to the home and login and click on fish, click on cat, select the product. So and we have the final will be I remove the product. So this is the my transaction. So this every transaction I'm assigning for the SLA. So what is the load criteria? Number of users point. Okay, number of point of or anything we need to identify. Okay. Let me 1 minute. So I'm number of users point of view. I'm giving for the less than 2 minutes and greater than equal to 2. Means what will happen? It will come to the less than 2 or greater than 2 or more than is not. It will be not met. Angle. So I given for the less than 2 and greater than or equal to, and I applying for the SLA. See, transaction response time I applied for the running users. So number of users will be less than 2 or greater than equal to I assigned. And what are the transactions we have? All transactions we are assigning for this SLA. And after that, click on next. And we are define another, means you can select other, otherwise you can complete. See, I define for the transaction response time. Average is a more than 2 seconds, means you need to show for the some indicate for the red color, or so you are not meet SLA, you need to identify, means I define for the SLA. So after that, so these all will be available scripts already I selected. Now we need to observe for the in this window, in this design for the this part and this part. So these things we know, we don't know, right? I will explain this. See, this is the start scenario, means you need to execute the scenario, means you can click on this. This is for the virtual users. So if you want to add any virtual users, nothing but view users. If you want to add, means you can click on add users. And if you want to for the which script, already it is selected, right? This script, how many users you are adding. So if you want adding for the 25 users, and you can add. See, all 25 users will be added. If you want to add for the another script, what is that? Pastor, you are adding for the one more 25 users for here. You can click on OK. See, so all users will be added. Okay, and so you can close it. And this is for the number of virtual users. This is for the add group. Add group, nothing but what are the scripts? Maybe you miss any of the script. If you want to add for the any other script more than that, you can select and click on OK. It will add it. Okay, and this is for add new group, and this is for the remove group. For example, we can add any one group. Okay, this is I added. So if you want to remove this group, you can click on this, and you want to sure remove, yes, selected is will be removed. So this is for the okay. So this is the remove group, and this is the stuck. See, this is the start scenario. This is for the virtual user. This is for the group, add group, and we need to delete the group, means you can use this. And after that, this is for the okay, that will be later. Okay, this is the create new scenario, means you are creating any new scenario, means you can click on create new scenario. And what are the already designed scenarios there? If you want to save this, you can click on yes, and it automatically save. If you don't want, you can close. Okay, and this is for the open existing scenario. You already designed this thing there. So if you want to open that scenario, existing one, you can click on that. So this is for the save the active scenario, means correct scenario, what we done right, you want to save, means click on this, you want to save. So you can observe what is the extension of the in controller.lrs. You can observe here what is the extension of the scenario design is a .lrs, load runner analysis file. How it is there, we have the like parameterization is dot file. Okay, so same way, and the correlation me .cor, and as same to the scenario design point of view in controller.lrs. You can save, means you can save it. And after that, this is for the load generators. If you need to add any load generators, means you can click on here, and if you want, means you can add for the load generators. So if it is a platform Windows or Linux, you can select and click on OK. See, it is added. So this will be, if you connected or not, you can check. See, you can connect means you can connect. And see, it is connected. Now you connect this also. See, this is the ready state means it's connected. If you want disconnected, you can disconnect. See, if you want disconnect, you can disconnect. But you are doing for the execution, right? You can start for the connect. See, it is ready. So we need to add the load generators. And this is for the virtual location settings, that is no need. This is for the, if you want to go to the virtual user generator, user means you can click on that. So if you want to go to the load runner analysis file means you can click on this. And see, this is service virtualization, that is no need. And after that, you are able to see the file also. In file, we have the new, open, existing, and save as. And means if you want to create new means new, open means open. If you want close, otherwise save means you can save this one. And view means what are the, we have the show output, we want to see the output or status bar or toolbars. If you want to see means you can click on the view. Scenario means if you want to start scenario, you can click on start. And if you want to reset the scenario, what are the you designed, if you want to reset, you can use for the reset option. And if you want convert for the scenario to the percentage mode, you can select this and it automatically is converted for the percentage mode. See, always show the dialog box before converting the scenario. If you want S, then this will be converting for the based on for the what we are selected for the scenario. Percentage means 100% or 200%, 50%, 60. So it will display for that one. So maximum we can go with the only for this point of view will go, like every time will be user point of view only will go. So that is the scenario. And going to the results, if you want to analyze the results, once test is completed, if you want to those results you want to display the system in the analysis means you can click on analyze results, it will display. And it is a correlate results also. If you want correlate results means you can click on correlate results, it is open. And if you want to further results settings and diagnostics and tools, we have the tools, ALM will be there. If you want connect for the ALM, you can click on this, enter for the ALM, and after that it automatically, if you enter this one, it is automatically enabled for the username and password. We need to click on OK, and ALM will open. ALM nothing but application lifecycle management. So how we are doing for the scenario design and execution, same way we can do for the ALM and performance center. We have the two tools will be there. So that is also same way as controller, but controller is a desktop based application. By going to the ALM and performance center is a URL based application, like it's a web based application. So we can open for the web-based application, and after that you need to log in with the username and password. And after that you need to select for the what is the your domain, means banking or insurance, and what is your project. So it is a web tour or it is a pet store. You need to select that project and log in. After login, you are able to see the same way. You need to design the scenario and execution. You need to analyze the results. Same way it will be there. ALM and performance center also. I will share the document that. Because we don't need to, I don't have any license file. So these all ALM performance center will be licensed files. So we are unable to see the here. So that is why I will share document and I will show for the videos also how to we can do that also. Okay. So now where we are tools, and this is the help. If you want anything help means you can click on this and you need to do that. So now one more point we missed. See, if you select this one, see, this is the enable. Last time it is, see, if you not selected this, it is not enable. If you select this, it will be enable. This is the runtime settings. So when you are doing for the like load testing time also, we need to set some runtime settings. You can click on that. Each script you need to design the runtime settings. Okay, run logic will be, that is fine every time, and pacing. So we have the pacing will be 3 types will be there, like start new iteration as soon as previous iteration end, means no pacing, no need to give for the pacing. So what is the pacing? Nothing but it is the delay between the iteration to iteration. Like see, one business flow is completed, we are giving from the some delay, because again immediately it is not picked for the launch. So I'm giving for the some delay. So that delay we can call it as a pacing. So that pacing, you no need to give for the any pacing means you can select this. Maybe I want to give for the some pacing. You can select this. I am giving for the 60 seconds. What will happen? Launch, login, find, and flight booking, and after that payment and log out. After that, it will wait for the 60 seconds, and again it will start for the launch. So some breathing point of view, I'm giving for the application, some breathing point of view, I'm giving for the pacing. So what is the pacing means? It is a delay between the iteration to iteration. And we have the fixed pacing will be there, and random pacing also will be there. So if you select for the random pacing, what will happen? Now it is selected for the 60 seconds to 90 seconds. Then in this between, while during the test, so it will pick for the 60 or 61, 62 or 70 or 80 or 90. More than 90 it will not take, less than 60 it will not take. It will in between the 60 to 90, it will be took automatically when you are selected for the random. Got it? And start new iteration at fixed. We have the here also fixed will be there. If you want to give for the interval fixed means you can give for the fix. Otherwise, if you want random means you can select a random and you need to give for the random. So this is for the pacing calculation. So for example, if you enter for the company, they will give for the okay. This is the pastor script, right? They will give for the this all steps for the one document. Pacing you need to give for the okay, like in fixed only 60 seconds. They will give means you need to design the scenario as per that document. Okay, for pastor document, I want to give for the pacing in fixed 60 seconds. You can select that one only. Maybe it is we don't have any pacing. You can select for that. Okay, you don't have any pacing. So based on the document, we need to select that one pacing. Okay, 60 seconds. And after that logs. So it's a very important point for the load testing point of view. So when we are doing for the execution, we need to disable the logs every time. Only for execution point of view, not in script. So you can disable these logs. And after that, think time. So think time already I explained. Think time nothing but it's a delay between the action to action or request to request. We can call it as a think time. Think time also we have the different type of think times will be there. Ignore think time means it will be what we recorded in the script, right? So the think time will be automatically, it will be ignored. Maybe if you give for this, replay think time as recorded. So use think time that was like when you are selecting for the right, for example, in script, you can observe here. See think time, it is showing for the 10. So if you want to give for this replay think time as recorded, means if you give for the what is the there in recorded time, if you want to use this one means you can give for this replay think time as recorded. What are the recorded time is game, you can give that one. Otherwise you can give for this multiple record think time by 1. So if you give for the 1 means 1 into 10, then it will 10. Maybe if you give for the 2, then what will happen? This calculate for the 10 into 2. Not only this, entire script will be applicable this. Then this is the 34 will happen. And you can go this will be happen for the 10. Means if you give for the multiplying for the what is the think time of each and every action, and it is calculated by the into 2. Maybe if you don't want to 2, then you can give for the 1. That is for the multiple. And use the random percentage mode. So automatically if you give for the 50 to 150 percentage mode, it is calculated for the think time and it is automatic work for the execution time. Okay, so this will be think times. And going to the additional attributes. Okay, I'm giving for the replay as think time only. Okay, and additional attributes we don't have anything, and this is the important miscellaneous. Maybe if you want some error handling point of view, you can give for the continue on error. Then what will happen, right? See, if it is a script will be fail also, your execution will be continue. See what will happen, you can observe while doing for the execution in the in Vusion also, maybe it is a failing here and your script will be fail here only, it will stop. But you want to execute for the next transaction also, maybe it is a fail for the above transaction. If you want continue means you need to give for the this continue on error. And if you want to fail open transaction with LR error message means you can give for this. And if you want to generate for the like snapshot error, I want for the snapshot error also means you can check this. And this is the very important for interview point of. In miscellaneous we have multi-threading. So in multi-threading we have the two options, run user as a thread and run user as a process. So what is the difference between run user as a thread and run user as a process means? So if you are executing web application, you need to select always run user as the thread. If you are doing for the any desktop based applications like SAP GUI or Citrix, any this type of application, you need to select for the run user process. Why we are selecting for the web application is thread and desktop application is a process means, see, when you are selecting for the thread, what will happen like, see, it will be some memory will be there. Every user will be occupy only 250 2 MB memory for when you are selecting for thread. But desktop applications, what will happen means it will take for the more memory. That is why using for the run user thread, it will not work. So that is why you need to select for the run user as a process. So now we are doing for the web application only. So that is why we are selecting for the run user the thread. And for here automatic transaction, define each action as a transaction. Means what are the transactions, like each and every action, what are the action we are doing, that action we are considering as a transaction. And browser emulation. So browser emulation, nothing but, see, this is the use browser means if you want to select for which browser you want to execute the test, maybe Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, Internet Explorer, or if you want anything means you can select for here that, and you need to give for the this all details like, see, and if you not given anything, and automatically it is using for the use custom means it will selecting for the this. And after that, so we have the some browser cache will be there. Cache we want to delete for the cache means you can use for the this cache filter, and download non-HTML resource and simulate clear cache. What are the through browser we are getting some cache it is happening. If you want to for the each iteration, if you want delete means you can give for the clear cache and each iteration time. So that is the browser. And going to the speed emulation, speed simulation. What is the speed simulation means? See, we are given for the use the maximum bandwidth means, for example, now I am doing for the test. So what is the my internet capability, and I am giving for the, you can use for that much. Maybe if you want for the define for the how much bytes only if you want to use means, you can give for the number of bytes or kilobytes MBs if you want, and how much means you need to give for that. And if you give for the custom bandwidth means you can give for the here, if you want 1024 means you can give for the 1024. So if you want for the like 999 means you can give for the means, this is the custom one, this is the fixed one. So maximum you can select for the use maximum bandwidth, because sometimes you are given for the this one assume, so you are given 128 capability. So this maybe this speed simulation is completed, then what will happen, your script will be failed. So that is why we are maximum will go with the use maximum bandwidth. So that is the speed simulation streaming, and we don't have anything. And content check, so we have the content check is there, enable content check during the replay. If you can enable this one, it will be automatically what is the validation points we are enabled, that will be work fine for the when you are doing for the scripting point of view. And proxy, so this is also important for the proxy. See, I give in for the no proxy. See, somewhere what happened for our office applications will be there. So what will happen, Facebook and what are the social websites will be there, they will do the proxy. How they will do the proxy means, you can use custom proxy, and they will define for the URL here, and they use the proxy URL, they will give for the URL, and they will give for the here port number, and they will proxy they will set. Then what will happen, you are unable to open that site. So maybe if you want that type of anything need means, you can use for the this proxy. If you don't want to do for the any proxy settings, then you can click on this, and it is a no proxy. Okay, And one more thing, preferences. So preferences, if you want enable image and test checkpoint means you can click on this. And same to the here, one more important thing will be there. We have the sometimes we'll get for the some different error. What is that error? Means step down timeout error. You can observe step download timeout error when you are doing for the execution time. It will happen for the step download timeout error. Actually, it is by default will be 120 seconds. See, for example, we are clicking for the launch button. What will happen means it is wait for the 120 seconds. Maybe we are getting for the within 120 seconds that page is going to the login section, then it is good. Maybe it is taking more than then it will throw the error step down or timeout error. Then what you need to do, you come to here and you need to change for the settings more than that. By default it will be 120 seconds. So these all will be like runtime settings. So during the execution, when you starting the execution, right, these all things also very important for the our testing point of view. It's clear, everyone? So this is the in design phase. So controller we are do for the this type of all things, and I am closing. Okay. So if you are again, you can select this, and again you can do the runtime settings again. Now I am designing. Now I selected schedule by scenario. No, schedule by group I want. Okay. I am designing scenario. Start users will be I am giving for the 25 users, and I am giving for the every 5 users will be 0.5 seconds. Means total users will how much time it is a ramp up?
25 seconds.
25 seconds. Okay, good. See, I get, and the duration I am giving for the okay, I don't have time. 0.2 minutes. Okay. See, this is the duration, and after that stop user condition I am giving for the same condition. Every 5 users will be
5 seconds.
5 seconds. So you can observe is within 2 minutes only I am given for the ramp up. Means if you give for the more than means it will be not good, because ramp up needs nothing but just initializing the users. So you are giving for the initialization also giving for the more time, then what will happen? Your execution will be not work, more number of users transaction will be not fast. So that is why within 2 seconds you need to complete. Maybe you are doing for the 1000 users also. Based on that, maybe you need to give for the 200 users will be every 5 seconds or 2 seconds, 1 second. You need to give for like this, and within 2 minutes we need to finish for the ramp up. See, so one scenario is completed. Again, I want to do for the one more scenario. 25 users, and I'm giving for the okay every every 5 users I'm giving for the 5 seconds. Click on okay, and duration I am giving for the same duration 0.2. Click on okay, and the stop condition I am giving for the same every 5 users 0.5. Click on okay. See, now I design this one. So this is the different one. This is the different one. You can observe also. See, and you can observe here. See, I given for the this is the 4 users. It is happen, and after that you can observe 10, and you can observe 15, and you can observe here 20, and here total 25 users will be arrived for the 20 seconds and 25 minutes. 5 into 5, right? 25. Okay. So this is the duration, 2 minutes duration, and after that ramp downing. See, 20 users, and after that 15, and after that every 5 users will be dropped. Total will be 0 users. Total execution will be 3 minutes. It will execute our test, including for the ramp up, ramp down, and duration. So this is fine. Now I told, right, when we are executing the test, right, we need to monitor for the CPU memory also. So we know for the here is there, right, task manager. You can go there. Now it is showing for the 36 and 79 means I'm not executed test, but it is showing for the 79 and 23 means what will happen in this system also automatically some CPU memory utilization is going. So I can calculate correctly. Maybe I run for my test. No, right?
No.
So that is why we need to use for the monitoring tools. What are the monitoring tools means? We have the different type of monitoring tools in market. Okay. So one is the performance and one more is the side scope. App dynamics. And dynatrace. So we have mostly using for this all, but we have the lot of wild interscope and we have the different also will be there. But one thing, if you do for the performance or side scope or anywhere, every application will be doing for the same. Like we need to monitor for the CPU and memory, and assume to the application side any issues will be there. If you want to for the observe the once test is completed, you can go to this application, you can open and you need to analyze, okay, CPU memory is good or not. Application side, any issues you are getting or not. You need to analyze means you need to use these applications. Okay, maybe it's a disconnected out card. Please rejoin again. Okay. I will take one more 30 minutes and I will finish for the class today. So in performance and side scope, this will be monitoring tools. We can call it as a monitoring tools. So I will explain for the one by one.